When I mean we are live in the building, we are live in the building. Like we are in the living room, we in the kitchen, we in the garage, we in the attic. I don't know, we ain't got attics out here in California. You know what I'm saying? But we everywhere, man. And listen to me. I got two of the newest, hottest. They ain't new to this Cowboy fan stuff. They just kind of semi new to this Cowboys content stuff. But they way, you know what I'm talking about, man. Look at Ken jersey. Look at that jersey. Look at show it, Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, that jersey done been washed a couple times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying that ain't Lotto. That ain't brand new. You know what I'm saying? And then I got West Texas. I mean, every time I see his name, I think I be talking to myself. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
got my guy at the bottom down there. Say what's up with you, man.
What's up? What's up from the West Texas? Yes, sir.
I heard that, man, and I ain't gonna lie, man. You have better discipline than me because if I was you, I would be doing this show right from that couch right there, bro.
I
Right from that
would.
couch.
I need to get this mic closer to the couch. But hey,
Slipping,
this is my chair though.
slipping, huge slipping. You're slipping on that part, all right. But hey, man, listen to me, man. Listen to me. We are live. Let me tell you guys everywhere we are live at right now. We are live on West Coast Cowboys. What is that? Twitch. We also live on my YouTube. We're live. Well, let me hit the go button on the Instagram, and then we'll be live on Instagram. Boop.
Yep.
Now we are live on Instagram. We're also live on the West Texas Cowboy Report on their YouTube and the Facebook. So currently we are live on 7 different locations right now in the Unisphere. That's 2 YouTubes, 2 Facebooks, is 1 Twitch, and 1 Insta Jeezy baby. You know what I'm saying? So what's up? If you're new, if you're not new, I want everybody to say what's up in the comment box. You guys already know whenever West Coast goes live. There's 2 things I must do. The first thing you guys must do is you must share the content. You know what I'm saying? So I need everybody right now. What's up with you, little baby? I need everybody right now, no matter what you're doing, no matter where you at right now, I need everybody right now to hit that share button. Hit that share button, share the content, share it. Share it. I need everybody to give me Cowboys guy. How many Super Bowls we got? How many Super Bowls we got? Put it in the comment box right now. How many Super Bowls we got? And if you shared it one more time, that would be how many? Ooh, we doing math already, right? Early. What's up, Darren? Hit that share button. I want you to share for every Super Bowl we have. And then I want you to share one more for the one we're going to get this year. So that means everybody should be sharing a total of how many? Don't nobody say it. I want to put it in the comment box. Put it in the comment box. I see the page is growing. I see the numbers is growing already. So that lets me know that you guys are actually doing it. I don't want to go to the transaction receipt over here and tell me who's sharing and who not. So get on it. Sadiqa, what up with you, Sadiqa? Darren, what up with you? Lil Baby, what up with you? What's up with you, Miss Julia? What's up with you? Lucky Johnson, what's up with you out there in D.C.? Cheryl McCrew, what's up with you, Cheryl? Appreciate you. If you put your shares, put them in the comment box right now. How many times should you be sharing right now? There you go. It's 5 plus what? 5 plus 1. There you go for 6. So everybody should be sharing 6 times. Let's get it. Hey, man, I'm going to go down the line because as you see, we got some, I introduced them, but I want them to, before we really get into it, I want them to say hi to the nation, and we're going to take off from there. You feel me? So, and right under me, I got my guy, Ken. What's up with you, Ken? Tell them how long you been a Cowboy fan, man. What's cracking, man?
What's going on, man? It's Ken. I've been a Cowboy fan since like 2008, whenever I was like 9. Tony Romo, Miles Austin, Mariana Barber, so it was cool. Wade Phillips was our head coach. And like you said earlier off before we started, I'm a real Cowboy fan. I've never seen this team advance to a NFC championship. I've never seen none of that. So I've been riding with this team since '09 or '08.
Uh, uh, uh.
Yeah.
Man, hey, listen to me. I'm 42. At least I had some Super Bowls. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
exactly.
At least I had some Super Bowls. All right,
Yep.
my
Yep.
my boy Wes, let me know. Let me know.
Yes, sir. So, man, I started being a Cowboy fan back in 1985. It was Halloween, and my dad got me a cowboy uniform. And so I dressed up as a cowboy for Halloween, and that was a wrap after that. Seeing Danny White during Thanksgiving, I remember that. Randy White, Danny White, all that stuff. And then it just kind of went from there, man. And I just ain't stopped since, man.
Man, hey, that's dope, man. Let me tell you, my name is West Coast Cowboy. I've been a Cowboy fan since wee little, and I was actually originally raised in. I was born. I ain't gonna say raised. I was born in Arkansas, right, El Dorado, Arkansas. Just some true facts. And the only teams that you could really see on TV, honestly, were the Dallas Cowboys. You could see Notre Dame. You could see USC because they're doing their things around that time. But Notre Dame, USC, and the Lakers. You know what I'm saying? So when people be trying to be like, oh, you're just man, listen to me. When you grow up in a small city and your antenna only can fit to the left, to the right, you know what I'm saying? It's only gonna pick up, and you know somebody else I saw? WGN. Michael Jordan, boy. hey, and listen, as soon as Michael Jordan retired, you couldn't see WGN no more. It's crazy. Like, it just disappeared. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Those are the Chicago Bulls. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I grew up, when I was 7, I moved to California. When I was out here, my mom was a diehard Cowboy fan, so we were ridiculously in love with it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my Cowboy story. You know what I'm saying? So everybody know everybody's background. Y'all know what the business is. So let's get to the business at hand, man. So hey, we just gonna jump into some random thought stuff that's been going on today. That we've been hearing about, or some things that have just been happening today. Let me see if I got some pictures up here. But hey, you know what? Let me see if I got some pictures. You know what? Here we go. I got my boy right here. Hey, I want to know. We Cowboys traded for George Pickens. I want to know. I think the nation hasn't really heard you guys' opinion. I'm gonna start with you. I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with Ken. Go ahead, because you up under me. Ken, give me your thoughts on the trading of Pickens and what you think he's gonna bring to the Dallas Cowboy Nation.
I think he's going to open up the offense for sure. Uh, Jalen Tolbert, he had his chance last year to really solidify himself as the number 2 receiver. He couldn't get the job done, so we needed to go out there and address that need. I don't really trust Jonathan Mingo. I mean, I get he couldn't really do nothing in Carolina, but I mean, he played enough last season. I don't really believe in him, but I think George Pickens is going to open up this offense, and he's really gonna hopefully gets back to where we were in 2023.
Okay, Mike. Let me hear something.
Yeah, I think it's definitely if everybody stays healthy like Dak. Last year we didn't have Dak for the full season, even though we were still 3-5 when he got hurt. Um, he's definitely going to be something they have to address. I think the main thing is going to come down to the scheme. It's going to come down to the play calls, because you can have all the talent in the world, but if your coach is running some weird plays and some just a bunch of you know plays that ain't really going to work. Yeah, because I heard they're going to be putting like Turpin at running back and CD Lamb at running back. I just think since we got all the talent, in that running back room, let the running backs do their job and let the receivers do their job, and let's just go out and play some smash mouth football, especially with Tyler Booker and the offensive line that we have with Cooper Beebe and Tyler Smith. So.
Okay. I mean, just to even touch on this, because the running backs, I think, has been a big debate, a big, conversation. I think a lot of people know I'm West Coast Cowboy, Mr. Run the damn ball. So y'all know I'm a firm advocate of running the damn ball. I'm a firm advocate of putting the ball in the hands of someone on that ground and letting them ground and pound and wear you down. And fourth quarter looking over you like you tired, man. That's what the run game do. It takes your soul, man. Like, it literally takes a team soul. That's what I'm about. You know what I'm saying? I'm Mr. Run the damn ball, but I'm going to tell you this right here. I'm looking at these running backs versus what we have at wide receiver, and I'm low-key Mr. Throw the damn ball this year, man, because these running backs are not, I'm sorry, man. I can't get behind a dude from Denver. I can't. Yeah. I can't get behind a dude, because you got to think like this. Like, the Carolina Panthers literally traded. They didn't trade, but we basically swapped running backs with the Carolina Panthers. You know what I'm saying? Yes, exactly. They said that their running back was not good enough, but yours is. We looked at their running back and said, hey, your running back's not good enough, but you know what I'm saying? We basically swapped. Now, the cold thing about the game is they got the younger running back.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I was pretty upset about that one, man, to be honest.
they got the younger running back. Now, I think I've said this. I believe that the Dallas Cowboys starting running back is going to be a guy that's going to probably get it by default. Basically meaning that what? Because whoever it's a crazy scenario, right? Because the Cowboys defense can't stop the run, right? But you need to find a starting running back. So that means he's going to have to make plays versus a defense that can't stop the run. So that means whoever's running the ball is probably going to look a little bit better than what he really is.
Well, we had our opportunity last year, when we could have got your boy from Tennessee and your boy that's playing for the Eagles now. So I think Jerry had his opportunity and he blew it,
Ken, what's your thoughts?
As far as like last year with the running back situation or this year?
This year versus last year.
I mean, it's kind of improved. I mean, for sure, we're definitely this whole team is improved from last year. But I don't think this team is gonna be like one of the best rushing teams in the league. I don't see it. I like Javonte Williams. I think he's gonna be a good pass blocker. I like Jadon Blue out of Texas. I think he's gonna be a Tony Pollard type guy. Uh, Deuce Vaughn. I don't even think he's gonna make the team. Miles Sanders. I don't know if he's gonna make the team. So it's so many questions going into this year.
That boy said he don't think Ducey going. You don't think Ducey gonna make the teamer?
Yeah, no, he's too small. I mean, you got all these running backs in here, right? You got all these running backs here now, right? And he's too small to really be effective on special teams. You got Cavante Turpin who's gonna be the kickoff and punt return guy. So there's really not much for Deuce to really do unless he's gonna be a practice squad guy.
What's your thing, son? What's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that the offensive line that Dallas has, if you're a running back in the NFL, obviously you have enough talent to run the ball, and I think a lot of people don't know. I mean, yeah, you got to have a talented running back, but look what Saquon did in New York compared to what he's doing with the Eagles now. So I think Javante is looking at this like, hey, I've got a great offensive line. I'm feeling healthy this year. He's pumped up, If they have the right scheme and they play smash mouth with the offensive line that we have, I think we'll be good. We have a lot of, and Jadon and also Blue, he looks very excited saying he's going to break records and win rookie of the year and all this. So it
Yeah,
just
Javante
depends
just gotta stay healthy. That's really his thing. He just has to
Kenny
stay
got to
healthy.
hold on to the football, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we have a great offensive line, though, one of the best in the league, top 5. So if the scheme is right and the offensive line and our draft pick Booker plays like he's supposed to play, I think we'll be good in the running game.
I'm gonna tell you this right here, as just to give the nation hope, because remember I am Mr. Run the Damn Ball. If the Dallas Cowboys just decide to have a run the damn ball mentality, should be a little bit better. You know what I'm saying? Because that means you'll have less throwing the ball on 3rd and 2s, throwing the ball in the red zone on obvious plays where you like my thing honestly, and people be like, oh yeah, you just want to run the ball all the time. No, I don't. I want to run the damn ball when you're supposed to run the damn ball. That's when I supposed. That's when I want to run the ball. I don't want to. I'm not with the hanky panky. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the we're on the goal line and we're gonna throw a slant on the 1 yard line. No, that's not. No, that's run the damn ball. That's run the ball 3 times. If you can't get it in on the 3rd time, you ain't supposed to be in the end zone. That's at least that's what my coach told me.
Right.
If we're on the 1 yard line, bro, we're gonna run the ball 3 times. If we don't get in,
Yeah.
guess what? It wasn't meant to be. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
If you can't get in on the 1, bro, we have bigger problems.
Just like the Texas-Ohio State game, I was actually at that game. Texas got down to the 1 yard line and decided to do a play action and got sacked 8 yards back. Like, why do that? Just hand the ball off.
Now you turn a 1 yard possibility into a 9.
They could have went to the national championship, but they blew it by calling a bad play. That's why I say it's going to come down to the scheme this year and the play calling.
And listen to me, and that's my understanding of run the damn ball right there. That's when I'm screaming run the damn ball. In obvious situations where you should run the damn ball, run the football.
Just like the Seattle when you have beast mode.
That's actually what I was thinking about
in the Super Bowl against
in the Super Bowl.
Exactly.
That's a clear example of run the damn ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, hey, we're going to go out there and hand the ball off to these dudes, because honestly, right now, I believe that your offense should be built around what you do best. And I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think that we're going to run the ball better than we're able to catch the ball. Why? Because we don't have a running back that's in the same class as CeeDee Lamb. I don't believe we have a running back that's in the same class as Pickens. I think our closest running back is probably in the class of probably like, we basically have like Turpin. a Turpin slash what's the boy name? The other boy, Turpin side. The boy y'all don't like. All of a sudden, what's his name?
The
Come
one
on,
that you
name.
said should have been number 2 last year.
What's his name? Come on, Ken. You said his name. My mind went slank.
Oh,
No,
Deuce
wide
Vaughn?
receiver.
Jalen Tolbert.
Oh,
There you go.
Jalen
See that?
Tolbert?
See that? And I'm gonna
Oh,
listen to me, Ken.
okay.
Ken, I set you up right now. I said you, the wide receiver
Yeah.
y'all don't like. He said what? Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, that the one that y'all don't like no
Yeah,
more.
yeah. I like Jalen Tolbert. I just don't think he's a number
He
2
not. But
receiver.
hey, but when where you drafted him
Yeah.
at, was you really drafting him to be a number 2 receiver? I think the
Yeah.
Cowboys be trying to put that hope out there a little bit longer. Hey man, man, I got my blood relative in the building, man. I got Henny DeMo from HTM Sports. What it do, man? He in the bottom.
Shit, what's good with your cousin?
Mike, you are no longer in the at the bottom. You are now officially in the middle. Mike in the middle with Ken. You know what I'm saying? We all sandwiched in. Let's
I'm
get
the
it.
ham and he's the cheese and y'all the bread.
Hey, I like that. You know what I'm saying? Hey, so I'm gonna ask y'all a question, man. We just about to do some. Hey, if y'all got questions in the comment box, put it in the comment box, and we'll definitely shoot it out. But I got pictures on here, so I'm gonna throw some pictures up here, right here, and we gonna switch this up a little bit. Henny, you gonna go second. Mike, you going third, and Ken, you gonna clean him up, Ken.
Yeah,
You
E
on the
Party
roulette.
says Dak has all the weapons he needs now. No excuses no more. He need to get it done.
Who said that?
Uh, Eric Pardee.
Okay, well, we gonna start right there then. Goddamn it, where Eric at? Where his comic at?
I see it right here on Facebook, on my Facebook. So I don't know. Oh, not Facebook.
Up there, you go.
On YouTube. I'm sorry. Yeah.
There you go. Read that out one more. That's on your YouTube.
Yeah, it says Dak.
So this your people.
Yeah.
So you responsible for him.
Yeah.
He came with you.
yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Eric, you his people. Go ahead, read.
He's actually from the West Coast though. He out there from where you're from, so he's a Chargers fan. So, but yeah.
He's probably a real Chargers fan too, because it's hard being a Chargers fan, dog.
He said that
somebody else's stadium.
He said Dak is Phillip Rivers.
Phillip Rivers gonna go to the hall. So
hey, I'm gonna tell you this right here. See, people try to make little jokes about players that I low-key got love for. You know what I'm saying? Phillip Rivers is low-key a quarterback I low-key got love for. I thought he was a dog, man.
60,000 yards.
Yeah, I thought Phillip was a dog, bro. I thought Phillip was a dog. He one of the few quarterbacks that I ain't say I would have switched out Romo for, but if it would have happened, I would have been like, ooh. Because Phillip was, man, that boy had a kid every year. That boy got like 11 kids. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, so read your Eric, Mike, read your boy, because this your boy's comment. Read your boy's comment, please.
Yeah, Dak has all the weapon he needs now. No excuse no more. He need to get it done. If he not, he gone. And D-Town bringing in the young Manning.
First, all right, let me go first.
Go ahead. Well, you up first.
So one, Arch Manning is not even supposed to come out this year. So let's start with that. Arch Manning got all the money in the world. His daddy got money. His uncles, his granddaddy, he got a bag from NIL. The only thing Arch Manning is focusing on is becoming a better quarterback and not embarrassing.
Finding his wife in college, because that's what they do.
All that stuff, and not embarrassing the Manning name. That's for one. Right, if you're talking about quarterbacks coming out this year, you need to be talking about the Sellers kid and Aller from Penn State and shit like that. So that's one. Two, you said Dak has all the weapons and there's no excuses. Last year, Joe Burrow threw for 4,918 yards, 43 touchdowns, only 9 interceptions, completed 70% of his passes, and them motherfuckers missed the playoffs. Because it's 3 sides to the ball. It's the offense, there's the defense, and there's the special teams. If you are subpar in any one of those areas, you have a very good chance of not winning a lot of games. The Dallas Cowboys defense that y'all never talk about, that you act like there's only offense, you only watch the quarterback, you don't see anything else that goes on. The Dallas Cowboys defense was one of the worst defenses in the National Football League last year. So if they are still bad this year, and there's a possibility they might be, we can't just sit here, Dak gotta know. Like, we've seen 2020 when Dak Prescott was putting up 30 points a game before we got hurt, and we were losing 30-40. We would let his team score 40 points. There's more than one side of the ball. So I'll give you this. I'll give you this much. If the defense is showing up and the offense ain't clicking with the personnel we got, we can have a conversation. But if the offense is hooping and the defense is giving up points and we're losing games in that manner, we gotta be realistic about some of this other stuff, dog. Listen. The Dallas Cowboys ain't had a good run stopping defense. I don't know since like 2018.
I was about to say, don't you sit on here and lie.
2018.
Whatever you was about to come out your mouth was gonna be a lie.
I think I do know, but I know for a fact the last 5 years have been outside the top 16. You were like 31st this year.
And think about this: the year that we were really good at stopping the run, our best year. Think about this: look at our D tackles. We still had D tackles that was under 300 pounds, bruh. Mm-hmm. We just had dudes that were just overly like Cowboys, like Antoine Woods. Cowboys found a jewel. That's all that was. A feisty small dude.
Yep. And D-Law was stopping, and then we had Sean Lee and Van Der Esch,
But guess what? Stopping all that run did to Sean Lee's career. He didn't get hurt in interceptions. He got hurt helping trying to stop that run.
Oh, I'm gonna say it was sort of ironic. The year that we had the number one run defense in the league is the year that the Rams ran all over us for almost 300 yards in playoffs.
264. I was there.
273.
Yeah, I was there. And you know what's crazy? We also played C.J. Anderson twice that year because we played him in the first game when he played in the first game of the season that year. We played against him when he played for North Carolina for the Panthers. I was at that game, and I don't even think he had over 100 yards versus us. We lost that game. Cam freaking I'm gonna tell you a quick funny story because I'm always meeting people at games. So I was at this game right at this very game right here. And if you was following me back then, you know this is true because this happened on live. Cam's first touchdown, he ran boop 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 boop. He ran to the he always get a ball out, right? So I'm talking, man. I just be talking. I figured out a ingenious way to get down to the lower seats. You just talk to the rich, to whoever's drunk, older guy. He probably got good seats. We going down. So I'm talking to this older dude. He's talking about his lady who was supposed to come, but at the last moment she said she didn't want to come. Bro, we get down to the lot. We are on seat 1. He owns seat 1. I'm sitting in seat 2. The seats go from like 14 He's in seat 1. He owns seat 1 through 5. And he's supposed to take him and 4 other people, and nobody showed up. So it's just him and 4 people. It's just him by himself. So I go in there. Long story short, the next beside us, right beside us, is the kids. The kids. When they're not, they have the what is it? When they have like the diseases or something, they have like the last. What is it called, man? Come on, they about to cancel me. How I'm explaining this? The kids.
The sick kids.
The Make-A-Wish. The Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish.
So Cam score, boom, boom, boom. He shake the Dallas defense. He come running, charging right at me. Running, right? He go out to hand the ball. I'm thinking he about to hand the ball to me. Like I'm thinking, bro, there's no way in a Dallas Cowboy jersey I'm about to take this, right? So I get ready. I'm thinking I'm about to knock the ball out of his hand. And Cam go just like this. Whoop! And hand the ball to the kid in the section next to me. But I didn't know that the Make-A-Wish kids were next beside. I didn't know. Oh my God.
This man.
I didn't know. I didn't. Yo, it's only 148 people on here, so it ain't that many people on here. So y'all don't report me. But I'm just saying, I didn't know that I didn't know that was the booth beside me, and he always hands it to those. I thought he was gonna hand it to me, and I was like, man, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, but anyway, C.J. Anderson in that game, I think he had under 50 yards. Well, he got released by the Carolina Panthers, got picked up by the Los Angeles Rams, and then ran all over our ass in the playoffs. Had like 100 and something on us in the playoffs. That mess was crazy. The same running back we stopped the year before. The same running back we stopped in the same year. Couldn't stop him when he was on the Ram. Why? Because they used him. That was the moral of that story.
Yep.
That goes back to the scheme.
Mike, give me your thoughts. We talking about this. Give me your thoughts on the subject, man.
Yeah, just it all goes back to the scheme, man. Just using the running backs in the right way, having the right offensive line, all in sync. And I think if you don't have a strong running game, you got to just keep running the ball until you get it right, and have that mentality, that dog mentality. And so I think if Dallas will just go in with the dog mentality, smash mouth like they were in the 90s, running the ball and opening up the pass, that's the way the Eagles did it last year. That was their recipe, run the ball And then in the Super Bowl, it opened up the pass for those long, big home run hitters.
Okay. Hey, I'm gonna throw this question at you, Ken. This was the original question I was gonna throw at the beginning, and it's a simple question right here. Why do they hate Dak? Why do they hate your quarterback so much? That's the question I want. That's the question. I don't even want long answer. I want to know why do they hate your quarterback so much?
Because hating the Cowboys is popular. Like that's as simple as that. Like you have to be Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson every single game if you're gonna be the quarterback of the Cowboys to get any type of respect. Joe Milton right now is the most popular man in Dallas because Dak is hated so
That's so
much. So
disrespectful,
it's
bro.
just
It's so
you
disrespectful.
know,
Kenny,
yeah.
with your
And I get it, right? He's making 60 million a year. You want him to play well, but I mean, he can't go out there and stop the run. He can only do so much.
Like last year when he said, "We suck."
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, he can't win. He can't win in the press conferences. He can't win on the field. Like it's just, I don't know. He plays for the Cowboys. It comes with the territory.
Yep.
Kenny, what's
And
your thoughts?
on why they hate Dak or about the running backs?
Or hey, what did you give your thoughts on the running backs?
Nah, not yet.
Well, give me your thoughts on the running backs, and then we could always text you on Dak. Go ahead.
Man, you know my thoughts on the running backs. I don't think they very good. I mean, Javonte Williams told some shit in his knee I ain't know we had, dog. Like, he tore some stuff called a bilateral corner or some shit. It sounded like a combo route or something, dog. So, that dude done had multiple knee surgeries. He ain't been the same running back since he came back. You talk about Miles Sanders. They were so over Miles Sanders, they were using that boy on jet sweeps as a running back. That man had 55 carries last year. You know what I'm saying? They were over him. Matter of fact, they looked at Rico Dow and said, we like you better than Miles Sanders, so we going to sign you and let Miles Sanders walk.
And the Cowboys said that we like Miles Sanders and sold him.
We might as well just kept Zeke.
Kept Zeke, kept Rico. Like at this point, man, like the running backs, some of the running backs that you let go were probably better than the ones you got on the current roster. But I don't. And listen, I'll be fair to the rookies because I ain't seen them, but I don't have any expectations for 5th round picks and 7th round picks. You were a 5th round pick for a reason. I know a lot of people are very high on the hype around Jadon Blue, but Jadon Blue never ran for 1,000 yards in college. He was not a premier back in college. Folks ahead of him got hurt, and he got a couple of opportunities down the line. In the postseason. That's just what it is. He is a guy that's more of a straight line speed dude. I really like Jadon Blue, the receiver, more than I do the Jadon Blue, the running back.
That's what I said. They might convert him into a receiver.
And you know what's crazy too?
that.
And I'm gonna tell you this too. This is why, and I don't want to feel like I'm hating on Nicky Young Buck, but this is something I will say about. There's a picture of I wish I could have it. If somebody had it right now, I put it up. It's a picture of all these Texas running backs, right? And it's like Bijan Robinson is the other boy and the other 2 boys on there, and then they got the blue kid on there, right? And then everybody's always comparing, like, dang, he was always with these good running backs, and I was like, he's like, that's why he didn't get no opportunity. But I was thinking in my head, yeah, but he was never able to beat one of them dudes out either, though.
He is younger than him too, though.
Yeah, but I understand that. But my mindset still is like Dak Prescott took opportunity, seized it, and ran. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Jadon Blue seemed like for me to ask for Jadon Blue to be my number 1 running back. I feel like that's asking for something that he wasn't even in college. And then I need him to be better. Like technically, I need him to be better because if you can't run the ball well as a running back, they're not gonna really respect you in that backfield because they're gonna always know that if you're back there, you're getting a pass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they can't be predictable, man. They got
because you will literally. Because I'm gonna tell you this right here. There was a time. I mean, the New England Patriots did it for a whole season. They had Sony Michel and they had another dude that was running the ball. I forget the other guy. My mind went blank. But I remember when we was watching them, the Patriots. I remember one of the running backs was more of their pass running back, and one of the running backs was more of their running running back. You know what I'm saying? And it almost made their offense predictable because you could tell when they came in. Now, I think a team that has mastered that art, and it sucks. Why? Because we play them this year, is the Detroit Lions. They have 2 backs that can legitimately do everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, they cold.
That's
Yeah.
what you want. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you the cool thing about the game is when one went down, the other just got more carries. That's it. They didn't have to change anything. They didn't have to change anything about their offense. The only thing difference, they said, hey, man, instead of getting 15 carries, you're going to get 25. Instead of getting 5 catches, you're going to get 10. But the offense was exactly the same.
And I'll say it to you like this, because I got a double ended point. We spent a lot of time talking about Jadon Blue, and Phil Maffa was actually a real lead back in college. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of folks don't even think Phil Maffa gonna make the team. He probably was a better collegiate running back than Jadon Blue. So y'all make that make sense for me real quick. Secondly, the Dallas Cowboys were so bad running the football last year, teams didn't even have to load the box against us.
Facts.
And that's sort of the reason why when you struggle like that, if they could just rush 4 and drop 7 in the coverage, like there's not going to be a lot of quarterbacks beating that shit. We faced light boxes the third most in the National Football League. We faced light boxes 53.8% of the time. That means they did not respect anything we were trying to do in the running game. And despite that, seeing the third most light boxes, we were still one of the least efficient running games in the National Football League last year. So if we don't fix the run game, regardless of who our personnel are, regardless if Dak Prescott turns into, Dan Marino, and regardless of if George Pickens turns into prime T.O., that shit ain't gonna matter if you could just rush 4, get pressure with 4, and drop 7 in the coverage all game. You're gonna make some mistakes. They're gonna be able to neutralize your passing game, and it's gonna get ugly.
And I'm gonna tell you something else. You're gonna happen. You're gonna throw more interceptions. You're gonna throw
100%.
You're gonna throw more interceptions. And the reason you're gonna throw more interceptions is because instead of that extra man in the box being occupied by the run, he's now occupied by whatever makes sense. Like, hey, you know what? It looks kind of shady over there. You know what I mean? What's going over there? Y'all got trips over there. Let me slide over there and see what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Versus him being in the middle thinking, oh, damn, what? Man, they got a running back in the backfield. Man, what if that guard pulled? I'm going to have to be there to help. You know what I'm saying? You basically have, because what you want to do is you want to put teams in a position where their safeties are already occupied before the play starts. You don't want their free safety to literally just be able to run around and do whatever the hell they want to do. You know what I'm saying? And then what that lets me know also is defenses is coming in here and they saying, man, my defensive line is better than your offensive line. I'm just being honest with you. Because they're rushing, that's all they're rushing. So it's going to have to start with the Dallas Cowboys offensive line. Cowboys offensive line is going to have to play at the linebackers. What does that mean? We got to get back to that nasty Larry Allen type shit. When you seen dudes was just mauling dudes, we got to get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the mindset that, and I'm going to keep it real with you. I'm not saying that I'm okay with some holding calls, but I understand when you're trying to build a new culture of like being more physical, you're going to have some holding calls. You know what I'm saying? I had a flag 7-on-7 team. It was 0-3 when I took them over. I said, man, that's what we're going to do. Y'all not the fastest kids in the world. Most of these kids are faster than y'all. So what we're going to do, we're going to step in front of these kids we're going to make these kids, we're going to ask these kids every time they get in front of us, did you come to play flag or did you come to play tackle? Because we playing to play tackle. You know what I mean? And guess what most of them kids did? Stop. And you know what you do? Pull their flag. And it works.
Yeah.
And it works, bro. It's the number one secret in flag. Cut kids off. You know what I'm saying? Because most of them kids are out there. The kids that's out there to play flag, they're going to stop. Now, if a tackle kid, he going to probably go through you. And guess what? That's a flag, though. But your kid just has to be able to stand there and take it, though. You know what I'm saying? So that was my little hack that I be doing in flag. If you know it, you got it there. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But I say this. At the end of the day, the Dallas Cowboys, we have to be able to establish a run that is respectable to a degree that it makes the safety come up or them commit a linebacker or someone to occupy, or else listen to me, there's 5 people on the offensive line. Most fronts are going to have 4. That means they're going to have an extra dude in that box. What does that mean? That means when your offensive line, because your offensive line can only go 5 yards. Remember that. You know what I'm saying? So what does that mean? After they get in, every offensive running play is designed to get to the linebacker. If they're not getting to the linebacker, your running back is going to be getting smacked, bruh. And I'm going to tell you another reason why he's going to get smacked, because we have a fullback that we don't use. Y'all be talking about the fullback gonna be catching passes. I'm sorry, man. I would want to just throw up in my throat. And every time people talk to me about a fullback catching passes and running the ball, because that's not what I want to hear from no damn fullback.
Same thing about putting Turpin in at running back. Everybody knows the ball's going to Turpin, especially or when CD Lamb goes back there at running back. Everybody knows the ball's going to CD Lamb. I hope Clayton Adams takes that out, but hopefully Clayton Adams will bring that dog mentality to running the damn ball.
And you know it's crazy. CD so crazy. CD so wow. CD had a. Obviously he didn't do it as much as everybody else, but he actually averaged more yards per carry than all the running backs last year, and that's crazy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Look, I was just gonna say I don't mind them doing it. Like if your offensive line is because you invest in your offensive line being good.
They should be good. The offensive line should be good this year.
You spent a first round pick on Tyler Guyton. Tyler Smith is already all pro.
First round pick.
You spent a top 100 pick on Cooper Beebe. You spent a top 12 pick on Tyler Booker, and you paid Terrence Steele. So your offensive line is getting
paid. He's getting paid like a top 10 player. A top 10 player in his position.
He getting paid like a top player in his position. So point being, your offensive line should be so dominant. I don't give a fuck if they put West Coast back there. You should be able to run the ball.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you got a good offensive line, I mean, any running back can run through those holes.
Yeah. So I'm not opposed to putting Turp back there. Every blue moon, or putting CD Lamb back there every blue moon. Because as long as you have actual change-ups when they get back there, that's fine. Is it going to be an actual run to them, or are we doing play action to get the ball to somebody else? Or are we going to actually head it off to them this time? Or are they going to run a route out the backfield? Like right. you have change-ups for what they do. The issue is you show something and you never go to a counter of it when you're calling plays. Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? Like you show something and you don't go to it. For example, we played. Which team was that? We played the Carolina Panthers one year. It was the year that they had Sam Darnold as the quarterback. They
ran all on our ass.
They lined up DJ Moore at running back, and he got a couple handoffs. The changeup was when they got to the red zone, they put him in the backfield. This motherfucker ran a post route out the backfield for a touchdown.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold had 2 rushing touchdowns on him, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, he did. So that's why I'm talking about the change-up. Like, I don't care that you put them back there, but don't just have them do the same thing every time they get to that location. So, it could be a pitch. It could be an inside zone. It could be an actual route. It could be a screen. Change it up. Like, there's a multitude of things you can do with a player once you get them to the backfield. So, I understand what you're saying because they telegraph it a lot. Like, a lot of time when they do put Turpin back there, it's just a run. It's just a little inside zone. We're gonna run right behind Tyler Smith and try to get a couple yards. But as long as they're being creative, they got that and some more flavor with it. I don't mind it, especially with what you invest in your offensive line.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead.
As far as like the offensive line
and running backs, the combination. What is your thoughts? Give it to me.
Well, I know Clayton Adams. He had a pretty good setup in Arizona when they ran all over us a couple years ago. I mean, that was a disastrous game. So I have faith that the offensive line is gonna improve. I'm kind of worried about Tyler Guyton. I don't trust him as much as a lot of people are expecting him to be this year. Just because every time I look up last season, that guy it was constant. Yeah. So, and I think he was a right tackle in college, and he had to make the adjustment to left tackle in the NFL, and that's a hard adjustment for the Cowboys. So it's like that's the only thing I'm really worried about. But everybody else, I think, and I think Tyler Booker is a good player, but filling in for a future Hall of Famer and Zach Martin, I mean that's
the
just
same thing.
He's
that's the same thing Tyler Guyton had to do too, though. He had to fill a future Hall of Famer's shoes. So.
Yeah.
Let me hear something. Let me hold up. Time out real quick. Mike, go ahead and fix your hat because Tyler, that's TG, that's his guy. Go ahead, go. I'm gonna let you preach for a minute. Go ahead. Come on, yeah. He needs because I can see. Hey, listen to me, Mike. He's a nice guy, but I can tell when that chair start rocking back, that hat start moving. Mike, hey, listen to me. Mike strongly disagrees with you. That's all I'm gonna say. Go ahead, Mike. Go ahead. Let me hear you. Go
well,
ahead.
Hey. Well, Ken's dad, Ken Senior, is good friends with Tyler Guyton's dad. So, I don't know, man. I think he's got a chip on his shoulder this year. If he could just clean up those penalties, That'll
Wow.
help a lot. And then he's bulked up. He looks like he's, the interview that he had. He seems like he's going to be all in this year and really trying hard. So he's been in the gym lifting them weights, and he's looking good. So it's all going to be whenever the pads come on, and we're going to see. And hopefully that he'll come out and have a good year this year. If he could just clean up the penalties alone, that'll help a lot.
All right,
I
we'll give you
mean,
up.
I'm praying that
Go
he
ahead.
that he can, just because I like, I'm just tired of drafting offensive linemen at this point. So I just pray that
Facts.
he is ready, because my offensive line is set at that point. Because even with Terrence Steele, you just got a boy out of Oregon, and you spent another draft pick to get the other kid that didn't play last year. So you got options at right tackle. You want to move on from Terrence Steele eventually. Like, your offensive line is basically set.
Terrence Steele should be trying. They should be
if you hit
working
on Tyler
guys.
Guyton.
They should be working guys right now for Terrence. Like, this training camp right here should be like, because Jerry. Like, if I'm Jerry, if I'm looking at guys who I feel who have not given me my money's worth, he should be at the top of the list right now, dog. So
Him and Mozzie.
well, he,
Oh,
my,
but
yeah,
he
my,
contract, yeah.
well, but listen to me.
Yeah,
But this is the
exactly.
cold thing about the game is, though, you are in a position where you don't have to pay him, but he's a first round pick, so you are in a kind of a weird position with Mozzie, because it's like, do you pick up that 5th year option and hope that he get better, or do you
find out
just,
this year.
or do you just, my question is, are you burning it? Are you, because bro, if you burn Mozzie Smith that whole draft, bro, that whole trip to wherever the hell we went that draft
Kansas
when
City.
it freaking rained.
Kansas City.
And you had me in the rain for this month, bro. I was my own blood relative had me standing in the rain watching Shoemaker get drafted, dog.
But listen, I didn't think they gonna do it like that. 'Cause
At least he could have been like, if he would have been a starting tight end, I would have been like, okay, man, I was standing in the rain, bro. But he had me for a Michigan dude, bro.
Oh, hey, Wes, I do want to ask you a question, and it is about Schoonmaker and them. So, there's a whole lot of shit that got moved around with the Jalen Ramsey trade. Because Jalen Ramsey got traded to the Pittsburgh Steelers, and in return, Miami sent Jonnu Smith, they Pro Bowl tight end, and they sent
My
somebody-
daughter's watching. Hey, my daughter.
Patrick.
Mika
My daughter's watching.
Fitzpatrick.
Hey, Sonny. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, you good, cuz. You good. What's up, look, cuz? But my point being, they're now, because they went and got rid of Jonnu Smith, they're now calling around to try and trade for another tight end. So my question is this: would you pick up the phone if you're the Dallas Cowboys and offer the Miami Dolphins somebody like Luke Schoonmaker?
For what? I mean, hell yeah. Because like Luke, at this point, I don't know how he gonna even make this team, bro. Like he's only really playing right now because of his draft position. Because you like this, and I'm gonna tell y'all,
I'll take one of the running backs.
your facts. But let me,
Jones,
hey, let me hold on. Let me make this point. Let me make this point real quick. The thing I said that was going to be the worst thing for Schoonmaker was not that he was not going to be good, is that he wasn't going to be able to beat out the guys that are already here that are paid less money. And that's the bad situation Schoonmaker is in right now. You have dudes in front of you right now that make less money than you that are better. Period. So the only thing that's keeping him on this team right now that I can see is that 2nd round draft pick.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I agree. But no,
Because John Stevens, I'm going to keep it real, 81, if he stay healthy, Lord.
it's too late. John Stevens already got a replacement on the team too.
I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
Fairweather do everything he do. The boy they brought in from Auburn, do
Y'all giving up on John?
They giving up on John.
Yeah.
I mean, his body is giving up on him. So we gonna
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, the Dolphins do got a big nasty defensive tackle over there that I wouldn't mind trading
Ford.
for. Oh
Stanford?
Brevin Spanford too. I forgot
Spanford,
about
yeah.
those.
Yeah, they're saying that he's going to be the definite starter. I mean, of course, he's
What
going
does
to
that
be in
mean
there.
for Ferguson then, bro? Like, how does that?
Yeah, I like Ferguson.
I mean,
I like
I'm.
Ferg, too. Well, this is a contract year for Ferg, so if they know they're not going to pay him, he might be somebody to get unloaded. It just depends. Like, I'm always of the mindset of this: if you got somebody on a 1-year deal and you know beyond a shadow of a doubt you was not finna pay this man,
Trade him.
Ship him out and get what you can back for him.
Facts.
Because
Dorrance Armstrong.
Don't come picks don't mean shit.
Yeah, fact.
Hey, so let's really talk about this trade because this is the trade right here. You had to trade. You had Jalen Ramsey get traded to the Dolphins for Micah Fitzpatrick and Jonnu Smith, 7th round pick and the 5th round pick. The crazy thing that I see in all this, honestly, is that how the hell Minka Fitzpatrick be available this whole time and we not know about it? I don't even care about Jalen Ramsey. I wouldn't even have made a video about him. But if I would have known Minka Fitzpatrick was available at 28 years old this whole time, that would have been a bigger story to me than Jalen Ramsey, in my opinion.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
Who do you think won in this trade? The Steelers or the Dolphins?
Dolphins.
Me
The
too.
Dolphins.
Yeah, they got rid of that big contract.
And think about this. They drafted Minka Fitzpatrick, so they know that.
Yeah, he's
He's
going back
back
home.
home.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And the one thing that I'm going to tell you, like, and
The Steelers have just had a horrible offseason. I mean,
who their quarterback?
Aaron Rodgers.
Past decade.
yeah, Aaron Rodgers is the only good thing they did.
Yeah.
Well, they traded for DK Metcalf. It would have been good if they didn't get rid of George Pickens. So you really
Yeah, I mean,
they
yeah,
really back at
exactly.
square one. Because think about it, you traded for a good wide receiver, you lost a good wide receiver. You traded for a good defensive back, you lost a good defensive back.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you, you know something that just popped in my head right now. There's a difference between a number one and a number one that can be by himself on a team by himself. CeeDee Lamb is a number one, and if you only have him as your only number one, you can be okay. DK Metcalf is not he's a number one, but he needs a number two. Like he needs a wide receiver core. Huh?
It's a damn show at this point in his career.
How old is DK?
DK is damn near 30, ain't he? Let me see. I know he done been paid. Oh damn, he gonna be 28. So he's on the other side of it. Why do I think that DK Metcalf is a ancient geezer?
Yeah, I was about to say I thought he came in around. But hey, but you know what's crazy though? With me saying Minka Fitzpatrick was available, me and getting all excited, somebody should have been like, "Well, damn, West Coast, what you thinking? What you saying about your current safeties then?" Oh, like damn, what you saying? I want to know y'all opinion before I give my opinion. What is your thoughts on Donovan Wilson, Malik Hooker, Wanye Thomas? Who else we got back there? And that boy Marquise Bell. I want you to rank them, and then I want you to tell I want you to tell me who you think should be starting, and then I want you to tell me what's your thoughts on your safety room. Because I mean, with Minka Fitzpatrick and me getting all excited, I think y'all can tell what I think about him. And Donovan Wilson, one of my favorite Dallas Cowboys, but I think they Gucci Maned him. I think they Gucci Maned him when he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? I think he cloned him. Yes.
Man, I'm gonna tell you this, man.
It's not the real Dono.
Yeah, it's the real Dono, dog. You know, it just is what it is, man. And
$8 million.
I like Dono, but you don't have a good safety room. It just is what it is. You probably have the worst safety room in the division if we just look at it, probably. But you know, if you talk about who should start, from what I've seen and what I believe,
Who do you want to?
I want Marquise Bell to start at strong safety, because you got to think he played linebacker for you for an entire season, and he played good linebacker for you for a season. So imagine him doing all that with all that time at linebacker, going back to strong safety. You know, being able to cover, hit, come up and support it. You know, in the run game, and still having real linebackers on the field with him to support him. You know,
put Yonway at free safety.
Thank you. I agree.
And if you cut Wilson, even though we love him, man, you're going to get $8 million, and you can go sign someone else.
And I ain't even gonna lie to you. I think Jerry's just sleep right now, because Wilson is my dude, but I thought they would have been did him. I thought they would have been cut that, because $8 million is noticeable, bruh.
What about Gilly? Put Gilly at safety.
I mean, we can talk about it.
Would y'all bring Gilly back?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Let's go around the panel real quick. Give me your reasons and why. Go ahead, Henny.
Man, all right, because you ain't got no healthy cornerbacks for one. You have no idea when Siobhan Rebel will be ready. And listen, they tell you, oh man, I'm gonna try to be back. Like you got Trayvon Diggs saying, oh man, I'm gonna play week 1. You shouldn't. You should sit your ass down and let your knee heal, because your shit was bone on bone. You had a procedure to add cartilage to your knee that's no longer there. So I need you to let that heal. I would much rather have you, weeks 9 through 17 and into the postseason than to have you the first part of the season and you get hurt. So I need him to take his time to get back. Siobhan Revel is also coming off of knee surgery. I need him to take his time to get back. I would much rather have the reinforcements at the later part of the season when the schedule gets harder and the games matter a little bit more than right now. I will figure it out in the meantime.
So that
So
means we losing week 1 then, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
if you give me Gilly and Deron Bland, that is the same secondary that shut down the Eagles the last time that they played.
Yep.
So
Stephon's an eagle killer.
But I'm asking you
I would
what we
take
have
that.
right now, though. What we have, we play the Eagles tomorrow. What we have right now.
Josh Butler is who they're probably going to start.
So is
Nope.
AJ and Devontae, is they going crazy on us? But what we have right now?
Yeah.
Everybody can listen. Everybody can go crazy on the Dallas Cowboys what we have right now because we don't know who's
Exactly.
healthy, Wes. I can't tell you who's going to start. Deron Bland and Elam maybe, and then what Izzy in the slot. I can't tell you because the health of these players is too in question. So you are right. Like they'll probably be able to light the Dallas Cowboys up, and then we have no idea we can stop the run. Like really, the cornerbacks might be safe because Saquon Barkley might go for 200.
Yeah, facts.
So
So
I really don't know
Gilmore to the
what we're
Cowboys. You
gonna do.
doing it?
Yeah, like
I mean, yeah,
you just
he's
talked
already
us through
familiar.
it. Like yeah, we got to do something.
Mike, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm a big Stephon Gilmore fan. He's a dog, man. Whenever he was on the team, that's when Bland broke the record, because he was over there locking it up. You go back and you watch whenever they played the Eagles, and he frustrated Brown the whole game. Um, and I even watched the Vikings play last year, and he still got it, man. I mean, he's not Stephon Gilmore of 2020 when he won the Defensive Player of the Year, but he's definitely still got knowledge. He can bring that knowledge to the team. He didn't even want to leave Dallas. He didn't want to leave, but it was just a bad situation, and he had to leave. And so he wants to come back. He showed that he did. He was there at the Tyler Smith, the retirement of Zach Martin, um, and he hasn't joined the team yet. So whenever training camp gets here, we'll definitely see.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and something else I like about him too is he's better than what we have. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Absolutely.
you bring him on this
Absolutely.
team, if you just let him come try out, that's one thing I be irritating me about the Dallas Cowboys is like, bro, if you can't let people out there who are better than what you have be available, that's not doing your job. That's not doing your job. The only time you should never be trying to upgrade is when you get married. Yay. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, all things are upgradable. You know what I'm saying? But I digress. If you look at your roster, you should be looking at your roster. It's like Madden. When you play Madden on fantasy, whenever first thing I used to always do on my franchise when I play Madden is I go to my position, cornerback. Bam. Okay, I got my cornerbacks. I got an 82, I got a 42, da 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 da. The first thing I do is go to free agency. I don't even give a damn what your name is. If your number is higher than what I have, signed.
Facts.
You're a Dallas Cowboy. Welcome to the Dallas Cowboys, brother.
Yep, that's what gets on my nerves. We could have had Derrick Henry last year,
Oh, you guys.
and Jerry just sat there. All he had to do is get in the helicopter and fly out there and have lunch, and we could have had Derrick Henry. But yeah,
don't
they
even-
need.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying they need to get Stephon on the team now.
I mean,
So,
keep it real. Cowboys signed Derrick Henry last year. We probably would have been the same outcome because their mindset was not running the ball.
yeah, it would have been horrible for him.
Now he's in a better situation than
No, for
Baltimore.
sure. Way better.
Man, hell no. Jerry Jones spend that kind of money, he gonna walk down on the sideline, make sure that nigga get the ball.
I don't know, man. I don't know, man, because he paid Zeke like that, and then
I
guess
bet
what
you
he did with
Dak-
Zeke?
if we
He made
would have
him a
had-
split carry running back.
If we would have had Derrick Henry last
because-
year, I guarantee you Dak wouldn't have got hurt because Dak was having to do everything. And
All right, let's talk about number 11. Let's talk about Sticks, man. Does he get paid? Let's go around. Mike, I'm going to start with you. Does he get paid? What's going on with him this year?
yeah, I mean, he should have already been paid, but Jerry's doing Jerry things, and so It'll probably be like you said. I like what you said a couple weeks ago. Whenever you said they're not gonna, Jerry is looking at it like a father. He doesn't want to give them all that money because they'll go crazy. So he's gonna wait till right before the first game, and then he'll pay
Jerry ain't trying to get no man under 30 $50 million, and I don't see you for 2 months.
them.
Yeah, and people are like Jerry, but yes he would, yes he would, yes he would, yes he would. Jerry does more things on principle, I think, versus doing things on like anything else. You feel me? Like Trey Lance, that was a don't y'all motherfuckers forget I run the show around here move. Because Trey Lance was on the show because Jerry wanted to make a move to show everybody that no matter how old he is, he can pull the trigger and go get a player on here. And guess what? They paid him, and then everybody. And that was kind of like I think that was kind of every now and then. You know, in the house every now and then you gotta check the house. You gotta remember remind him who daddy is around this piece. You know what I mean? Like every now and then you just gotta walk up and turn the TV off. You know what I'm saying? Turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, I walked up and turned the TV off. Now I turn it back on. You know what I'm saying? Like every now and then you gotta flex that. And I think Trey Lance was a flex. That's exactly what it was. It was I don't have to approve anything. If I want a player on this team, I can put him on this team. Period. Now you deal with it. You know what I'm saying? Do I think Micah Parsons get paid? Yeah, I believe Micah Parsons gonna get paid. I think Micah Parsons already probably knows how much and what he's gonna get paid and when he's gonna get paid. Why? Because he is playing so very nice. He's playing so very nice. And I'm gonna tell you this right here: Micah Parsons is playing nicer than he was last year. Last year he was asshole Parsons. Everybody, a lot of y'all didn't like. A lot of y'all was turning on Micah Parsons. Let's just be real. Y'all was DeMarcus Lawrence in him. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was Ezekiel Elliott in him. You know what I'm saying? But Micah got on the good cowboy foot side. He taking a different route. You haven't heard one conversation or one word about a holdout, about him not going to something he ain't supposed to be at. All the mandatory Dallas Cowboy TikTok videos, he's there and present. Like Micah is doing everything he can to positively promote the Dallas Cowboy brand. And I'm gonna keep it real with you. You don't see that from a Cowboy player. I'm trying to get paid, because that's typically not how you get paid in Dallas. But I also believe maybe the Dallas Cowboys have learned from their ways.
He made that little comment the other day at the
Tell me
at the
what was
little
coming.
event.
What'd he say?
He was talking to KD, and he was like, KD was trying to get him to go to Washington, and he was like, "Oh man, yeah, that's my boy over there."
Dan
The
Quinn.
defense. I'm sorry, I'm kind of tired. The defensive coordinator for Dallas,
Yeah,
Dan
Dan
Quinn.
Quinn.
Dan Quinn. Yeah, Quinn's my boy, you know. And so that was a little jab, you know.
And you know what? I felt that jab too, because I'm thinking like, bro, why? If I'm thinking, because I ain't gonna lie, the way Micah's been acting, I was thinking he was just gonna shut it down, like, oh man, I'm a Cowboy for life. Da, 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 da. But Micah, he does a really good job of leaving the door open. And all these young players, they are smart now too, because man, you can't go all in with the Dallas Cowboys. You know what I'm saying? I am curious. I don't want to fast forward time, but I am curious to see how Dak Prescott's career ends in Dallas. I'm very curious, because if it's ending like most of these guys' players, Dak probably gonna be here 2 more years, man.
Yeah, it's a lot of anxiety when you're waiting on money. That's every day. You're just like, am I, you know? And so that's a lot of anxiety and a mental you know, what's the word? A lot of mental stress, I guess, on him to have to worry about that. They just need to pay him so he can focus on football.
Ken, what's your thoughts?
Man,
Micah
Yeah.
getting paid. Yeah, I think he's gonna get paid eventually. I think it's probably gonna be a little bit after the Cowboy documentary drops on Netflix,
Ooh.
just because Jerry wants to get all that media attention, like his baby, his how the Cowboys were in the '90s. He's gonna let that premiere, and then shortly after that, here he's going, hey, let's give Micah his deal. Let's get it over with. But I think he's gonna get it done before the season starts. And before, like you said, when fans were turning on him last year, I think that had a lot to do with just because he was becoming a distraction with the podcast and we weren't winning. So that was just annoying for a lot of fans. Me personally.
Henny, what's your thoughts?
man, this boy gonna get paid. I ain't worried about
Yeah.
Micah Parsons getting paid. That's the farthest thing from my mind. You know, I wish that they did it sooner, Because I don't like the media circus, the speculation, any of the other bullshit that comes with it. But Jerry Jones is a showsman. Like he allegedly, I always use allegedly because I wasn't in the room when these contracts were done. Allegedly signed Dak Prescott moments before kickoff for the season opener. You know what I mean? So
Yep.
like he's into the theatrics. He's into shit like that. I don't think he cares if it costs him a couple extra dollars or not. So it'll get done. I hate that they wait and you end up paying more, and then when you end up paying more, you always spin the block talk about pie and all this other shit, trying to penny pinch on the back end when you could just got a more favorable deal done earlier on just by picking up the phone. But I have no doubts in my mind that Micah Parsons, a Dallas Cowboy, like this is last year on the contract here. He'll be a Dallas Cowboy at least the next 5 years.
For sure. We
Yeah.
gonna take any callers?
Shoot, I'm gonna see if it's gonna. I'm gonna see if it's gonna work. Let me see if it's gonna work.
Did you hear about the Kyle Pitts deal today?
He got paid.
No, they were blowing it up on ESPN, saying Dallas is going to trade for him. So, but
Now he's a bust. I don't want him.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't want.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at this point right now, I wouldn't be. What would you be trading him for to come to Dallas to do tight end duties? If he's coming to do tight end duties, I'm cool because he couldn't show me he could do that successfully where he is, and I don't need him as a wide receiver.
yeah,
So I'm cool. He go to Kansas City. I mean, that Kansas City would be a perfect. Go to Kansas City. Go be on the opposite side of Kelsey. And then when Kelsey leave, they'll build you into that right there. You know what I'm
they
saying?
were saying Amari Cooper might go to Kansas City.
That'd be a good move for him.
Yep.
If he wants to win.
Yep. I want to know about you. I want to why I see if I can set up these callers. See if it works. Hey, give me your thoughts on week 1. Cowboys versus your thoughts. How the Cowboys beat them?
You don't. Not
Yeah, facts,
currently
yeah.
constructed. The only way you win this game is if Fresh is just like Dak Prescott goes out there, has the game of his life. He throws for like 5 touchdowns. CeeDee Lamb goes off. Joey Pickens goes off. The offensive line holds up, and you win that game 40-39. You have to just score one more point than the Philadelphia Eagles. Like that's how you win that game. But I don't think with the personnel you have, these running backs, I don't think you can line up and just run the ball against them. I don't really trust the running backs we got. If we had a premier 3-down back, if we had maybe like a Cook, if we had went out there and in the draft got somebody like Caleb Johnson, I would feel better about our chances of running the ball. But the way you are currently constructed,
What up, Coach Smart? I'm sorry.
no, you good. The way you are currently constructed, you have great wide receivers on the outside, and they have a very young secondary. They're good and talented, but they're young. So that's probably your best matchup, with what you currently have. So if you're going to beat the Eagles, you got to score a lot of points. You probably can win the game, like I said, 40-39 or 40-37, something along those lines. But you got to score a lot of points.
Bro, man. So Dak first game he going back off injury. He got to drop 40 points, bro. God damn.
Do you remember when he came out there and he hooped against Tampa Bay his
Yep.
first time off? He didn't score 40, but he did throw 3 touchdowns.
Yep. You took the
Something
words
like
out of
that.
my mouth. I think he's going to have to. I think that Philadelphia lost their offensive coordinator. They lost a lot of. Yeah, they lost a lot of players. They still got a good team. They did hit well in the draft on the safety they got out of Georgia and some other things they got, but I think for the most part, we're going to have to come out. They need to get Gilmore. That would help to help stop their receivers, and then we're going to have to time management, keep the ball away from them, and stop the tush push. If we can stop the tush push, that'll give us a better chance too. So that's my thoughts.
Hey, real quick, the call-in line is on. It's on. Coach Marv, I need you to call in right now because I need to test to make sure it works. So I need somebody who I know going to call in and say some stuff that's going to make some sense.
They need to put Toya in there, man. I think he could stop the tush push. Come on, Toya.
Maybe.
He's a big old boy, man.
All right, well, shoot, man. Ken, give me your. Well, actually, who's next? Henny, did you get your thoughts on that first game? Oh, or was it me?
Yeah, I already done gave mine. You can go to one of these other children.
Okay, so here go mine right here. First off, Dak. Second, Dak. Third, Dak. Hell, you mean Dak gonna do something? Defense gonna do what they always do when they on the road. Hopefully, man. Because listen to me, I know we gonna be able to get to the quarterback, but I don't know if they're even gonna like throw the ball 40 times for it to be effective. You know what I'm saying? Because you have Saquon Barkley. You have, I would think week one, if you have Saquon Barkley, I'm going to run the freaking football. You know what I'm saying? And this first week, I'm not really focusing on Jalen Hurts. I'm going to be focused on stopping Saquon. You know what I'm saying? Because week one, no team really wants to go out there and throw the ball 40 times week one. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to just hand the ball off to the running back and everybody just go forward. You know what I'm saying? So I think if the Cowboys, we have to like 1-for-1. Cowboys always like going shopping in the second half of the release player free agency. Like when all these players get released, there's gonna be like a whole bunch of people, and the Cowboys gonna sign some people. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they sign a D tackle in that time, another one, and Osa. Osa got paid, man. Osa gonna have to have a really really good game versus Saquon Barkley. And honestly, man, a surprise pick out of nowhere. Mozzie Smith comes out of nowhere, and he surprises. Not even that he surprises us all. It's year 4, so this is around the time where he should be looking like halfway decent. So Mozzie, you know what I'm saying? So Mozzie Smith, he shows me something. Osa, because right now I'm not even really asking people for much. Osa, I'm asking you to do what you get paid for. And Mozzie is year 4, so I'm asking to see what I should see in year 4. If I can get that in one game with Dak, I think I'll be fine. Because man, it's gonna be. This one thing I know about Philadelphia is it's gonna be all that energy gonna get exerted when they up in there standing in front, getting their rings and all that fireworks, and the Cowboys are still in the locker room. We are gonna be in the locker room chilling. Not watching none of that. They come on, we gonna get our rings. And no, we're not. We're not even gonna be on the field. What is you talking about? Y'all gonna get y'all rings on the field by yourself, and we gonna be in the locker room bumping an NBA young boy getting ready to go out there and beat that ass. What is you talking about? Talk about as a party in the city. What is you talking about? You know what I'm saying? The scene is gonna be set for the Dallas Cowboys to play the bad guy, the villain in that game. That's gonna be the scene that's gonna be set up. That's why the NFL got it set up the way it is. The NFL wants the Dallas Cowboys to beat them. Because if you wanted the Eagles to win, you would give them a guaranteed win. You know what I'm saying? That there's a reason why they got them the Cowboys, because they want an opportunity for a team to actually beat them week 1. You know what I'm saying?
Or they want to shatter some viewership records.
Bruh. Facts.
Yeah.
Absolutely facts. Hey, the call-in line is on. If you're gonna call in, you call in. Let me see. You're only seeing the code. The code is right there. The call-in line is 425-436-6399. The code is 433-7610. All you gotta do is type it in. Somebody said Parsons for Pitts. Absolutely not. One is a generation.
No, absolutely. Yeah.
Hey, what do y'all think about Solomon Thomas?
He looked like Dak.
He do. He look how he do.
Nah, he a 3-tech. Like, he is 1 year removed from a season where he had 5 sacks from the 3-tech position. I think he'll be fine. He'll be a rotational piece. He ain't gonna stop the run, but we know that Matt Eberflus says that 3-techs are the engine that make his scheme go. He's on record saying that. He believes in that. So Osa has spoken highly about his expanded role in the defense. He said that they were playing. If they were coached to play it the way that Eberflus is playing it, he said he would have made more plays last year. That's what Osa said.
Yep.
So I'm ready to see it. Ready to see if he's going to. Eberflus. I'm really just ready to see if he's going to still be the old Eberflus. He's going to go out here and stay in cover 3 all day. So we'll find out. We'll see.
My biggest question for Eberflus is who he makes his middle linebacker. Right now, the Cowboys don't even have a starting middle linebacker. Last year was Eric Kendricks.
Pretty sure it's Kenneth Murray. Because if you think about what they did, they gave up next to nothing for Eric Kendricks, and they did the same for Kenneth Murray. They traded for him, brought him in, you know, former first round pick. They just gonna see if Matt Eberflus could turn him up.
And then Leofau is going to take Overshawn's spot. He did a
Right, he's
good
out.
job last year. And
Yeah,
then the other guy they brought in from Chicago, the white guy,
Oh,
Sanborn.
Sanborn,
Sanborn.
he looks pretty good.
When is Overshawn supposed to be back?
He said November. He said Thanksgiving.
He said that out of his own mouth.
Yeah, he said he's trying to be back by Thanksgiving. What he
So
said.
that means he theoretically should be back by Christmas.
Probably. Cause listen,
Because players always say they're gonna be back before they should be.
yeah.
Leofau looks slow, though. He's
He-
slowed up.
Oh, you talking about Swole? He done gained some muscle mass.
Mm-hmm. He's getting
If
that
you're playing
grown
in the
game.
middle, you're gonna need it though.
I really don't know who is best suited for a middle linebacker. No, I said Kenneth Murray is probably gonna play it, but like I don't think Kenneth Murray. I'm not saying he's dumb, but I'm just saying his skill set is probably better suited for Will or better suited for Sam than an actual Mike.
Well,
What
Sanborn
was
knows the scheme, though, because he played for Eberflus. So
So he might be the green dot guy. 'Cause
but
I think I would like Murray more as a heat seeking missile than somebody trying to analyze.
but
what
Sandburn
they
ain't never
doing.
started at linebacker though, right?
He has to. Last year he
Yeah.
started. He just doesn't have a lot of experience.
he
But
had three
started
picks.
last year.
He had 3 picks for Chicago last year, but they have a scheme where the linebackers cover a lot.
Yeah, he's going to play a hook zone right in the middle of the field because he gonna stay in cover three most of the time. So he's going to stay in a hook zone right in the middle of the field, and he'll have some gap responsibilities in the run game. That's really all he got to analyze. Plus, he'll be back in the defensive, adjustments because he'll have the green dots. So he'll be the one calling in the audibles for the defense. So if they want to mix it up and get out of the coverage they're sitting in and bring a blitz, so they want to drop out of that cover three into a cover two, or they going to stay in standard, field coverage or switch it up to a match coverage. He'll be the one to make that call.
All right, we got our first caller. My guy calling from 936. Hey, I need you to turn your TV down in the background though.
We cannot hear him though. You the only person that can hear him.
Y'all can't hear him?
No,
Player.
nobody can hear him. The show can't hear him. Y'all having a private conversation.
Ah!
Tell him to say something. See if we can hear
Hello,
him.
936.
Because I don't hear no TV.
Yes.
Yeah, he have a conversation with him right
Can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Turn your TV down in the background.
See what I mean? It's loud for Wes. We just hear Wes talking to the stranger.
Yeah, turn your TV down.
Maybe you got to accept it or something.
Uh,
Can y'all hear him now?
Nope, not in the slightest.
I think he got jumped off. Hello,
Trust-
936.
Try somebody else. Tell somebody else to call. I could hear a little something.
I can't.
That's me smacking.
Speaking of smacking, man, I'm about to get me some smacking going on.
I know that's right.
Bring me a
All right.
slice of that pizza.
All right, let me see. We got one more subject and we out here. I don't know if it's gonna work.
So,
Hey, if you can call in, call in. If you can call in, call in. All right, so let's get so Overshawn ain't supposed to be back till November.
Correct.
Wow. What's up with Trevon Diggs? Any update on his injury?
Yeah, like I
I
was
mean-
saying earlier, dog. Like, he looks good. Like, matter of fact, he got a whole web series out. If you're interested in seeing what the hell Trayvon Diggs is doing, go subscribe to his YouTube. Cause out there working out. Hell, he posted a video on Instagram like he running full speed. So I don't know when he'll be back. I don't know when he'll be medically cleared. His rehab is going well, but I'm of the mindset is I'm not trying to rush him back. Like even if he say, dog, I can play week 1, you need to sit your ass down to like week 5, week 6. I ain't trying to have a recap because Overshawn and Trayvon Diggs are in the same boat. They are very, very good when they play. They just don't play football. They are part-time football players right now. And I need Trayvon Diggs to be a full-time football player. Because he is amazing. Like, there are very few corners in the National Football League I would take over Trayvon Diggs when he's healthy. It's just keeping Trayvon Diggs healthy. I would rather if Trayvon Diggs got to miss 5 games, I still get 12 games of Trayvon Diggs and the playoffs if I play the shit right. So I would rather him have to miss this first little section, get his shit together, you know, and
And you said 5 games? God dang. I'm thinking Jerry Jones now. My money, honey. What about my money, honey?
Because listen, if he played 5 games, he gets hurt during the 5 games, and he could have stayed healthy for the 12. You cheated yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Treat yourself, man. I want more of Trayvon Diggs, and I can probably guarantee more Trayvon Diggs letting that knee injury, bake in the oven a little bit longer. Give him a little bit more time. Give him a little bit more time before throwing him out there to the wolves.
Man, I mean, that's the only thing that sucks about having these big contracts is these big contracts come with expectations. And I'm going to tell you this right here. If he's medically cleared, especially with that money kicking in right now, Cowboys going to want him on that field.
Yeah, that's the only way they're not going to bring Gilmore in, because they'll have Elam. They'll have Elam over here, Bland in the slot, and then and Diggs over here. Elam and Diggs and Bland. I think that's the only reason why they don't want to bring Gilmore in, unless Gilmore would agree just to play until Diggs gets healthy.
Yeah, because that was my question too. I bring in Gilmore, then Diggs, he comes back or he's healthy. Then what do? You put Gilmore in the slot? So Gilmore ain't going in the slot. I don't think. I mean,
Elam got to take a seat.
It would have to be Elam.
So that's why I think the Cowboys. If I'm the Cowboys, I'm talking to Gilmore, but I'm also looking at. I ain't gonna lie. If I ain't gonna keep it 100. I'm gonna sign him, and I'm gonna let the world just work its way out, bro. Because you with the way things be working on the world, if you had Gilmore on this team, then Diggs could damn near be out half the season, and you wouldn't even care as long as I don't miss you. You know what I'm saying? If I don't miss you, then I don't necessarily need you. You could be out half the whole season. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So Gilmore gives you. I mean. It 100% makes sense, and you got to remember Bland, and we ain't talking about a dude that stays healthy either. We're all talking under the assumption that he's going to stay healthy too. I don't think we've had a season where not Gilmore. I don't think we've had a season where Diggs and Bland played all 17 games the season all together. I don't believe we have. So if you sign Gilmore, even if he just plays at the beginning, at some point in the game, Gilmore's going to play.
It hasn't happened since 2022.
Cornerbacks are going to get hurt, man. They need the depth, especially going into that gauntlet.
Tackling, especially running. Especially our offense, our defensive line not going to be able to stop the run. That means what? That means your cornerback's going to be tackling their ass off.
We have to start the season in like 5-0, or because that gauntlet at the end of the season, or at least 5-1. 5-2.
Because because the same thing that we talking about. By the time we played them, either some of them going to actually turn out to be sorry, or some are going to turn out to be hurt as hell. So that's just the way that it goes. So you got to think about it. We had that Jets game in 2023 circled. Like, they're going to be a throwdown. Aaron Rodgers coming to town. That
one injury changed the whole dynamic.
Blew his Achilles out on the first series of the first game, and then that was just a regular game against Zach Wilson.
Facts.
So I'm gonna let some of this stuff play itself out, because you got to think. It sounds like it's a tough schedule, like down the stretch. What if the Eagles ain't shit this year? We gonna be hyping the Eagles. What if they take a step back? They replacing both coordinators. They come off a Super Bowl. There is a reason why very few teams that make it to the Super Bowl and win go back. A lot of them don't even make the playoffs the very next year.
We lost both our coordinators too, though. So,
hey,
but I think that was a good thing.
Yeah, we improved for sure.
That's true.
Our coaching staff.
That's true. So,
well, go ahead, Henny.
No, I'm just gonna say, man. I'm willing to let it play out in that regards when it comes to the gauntlet, because especially when you talk about a team like the Vikings, because that's included in that gauntlet. They gonna have a quarterback that ain't never played in the NFL coming off of an ACL injury as their starter. So like,
Exactly. Yeah, that's not a game I'm
who's
worried
to
about.
say? And they already were a bad defense. Like defensively, they weren't a great defense last year. At least
Who did the
passing
Vikings make their
wise.
quarterback?
J.J. McCarthy out of Michigan.
JJ McCarthy, Michigan. Yeah.
Wow.
They first round pick from last year, but he got hurt before the season started. They had Sam Darnold in there, and listen, Sam Darnold would have got him a bag. Glory to God, I'm happy for him. But nobody looks at the Vikings like that. I don't think anybody just looks at the Vikings because when they were a dominant team, like 10-1, we beat them 40-3.
Yeah.
Dak didn't even play in the fourth quarter. Hey, let's go around the division real quick before we get up out of here. So we kind of talked about the Eagles. What did you Ken? You think the Eagles get better or worse this year, or stay the same?
I think they're gonna. I think they're probably gonna stay the same. I think that they're a really good team. They're really well coached. They always hit well in the draft. Uh, as far as like the Commanders, I don't know. I feel like Jaden Daniels is that guy, but they may take a step back just because more teams are gonna have more film and have more time to really study his tendencies and stuff like that. And New York, I don't really have any faith in them. But we're like, I think Dak is like 10-2 against them, so I'm never worried about them.
Okay. Mike, let me get your thoughts going around the division. Eagles, better or worse? Stay the same. Give me a couple thoughts on each team. Go ahead.
Yeah, Eagles definitely not going to be the same. I don't think they lost a lot of core players, kind of like last year when we lost some core players. We could definitely see it in the stopping the run. I think they're still going to be pretty good. I think all in that division, we're playing a hard schedule. Everybody's got to play Kansas City. Everybody's got to play, the Chargers. We got to play Green Bay. It's just a really tough schedule for all of us. And then we have 4 Thursday night games. I think it's going to be brutal. So that's why I say we got to have a lot of depth. I think we do have a lot of depth for the most part, but I think it'll be probably Eagles top, and then we're going to battle it out with Washington. But I think New York is also going to surprise a lot of people with the draft picks they got. Scattaboo at running back, and then they got Abdul Carter. I think they had probably the better draft out of everybody. The Giants did. So
damn. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be and Russell Wilson, it's going to be NFC Beast for sure. I think 3 teams might make the playoffs out of the NFC East this year.
But I think
it's going to be who stays healthy, out of all those all the teams.
I can agree with that. Health matters.
Okay.
Matters a lot.
If I'm going around, I say that Dallas. I'm not even going to talk about because we talked about our team enough. Eagles. I think the Eagles are going to stay about the same. As long as they don't have no. One thing about the Eagles that they've had that's been blessing them, they ain't had no real major injuries until Eagles sit their ass down because they really had no major injuries that they've had. You know what I'm saying? Outside of when the situation with Carson Wentz. You know what I'm saying? But this new regime, they ain't had no major injuries like their quarterback being out for a whole season. You know what I'm saying? So, hopefully that obviously doesn't happen. But if everything stays the same, I think the Cowboys would be battling it out with the Eagles. Washington, I'm curious. I think their offense was better without film last year, and I don't think they're going to be as good this year with as much more film. Debo, he looked like Debo. He looked like a dude named Debo right now. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, he's gonna lose weight. That's the mono. They gonna lose weight, and he'll be back down to his regular size. But man, Debo Samuel has never been a player that I have ever been like. I just think he was always been an above average wide receiver and above average running back. You know what I'm saying? But he's never, in my opinion, been like super duper. And he's never impressed me at neither one of the skill sets. That's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? And if he only did one, like if he was only known for his wide receiver, then he wouldn't be Debo Samuels. And if he was only known for his running back, he wouldn't be known for Debo Samuels. He has to be known for both of them. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, and then, Jaden Daniels, he from my hood. So, obviously I want the young black man to do well. You know what I'm saying? When he got drafted, they did a ribbon cut and he had 6 teachers on the podium. My mom was one of the teachers he put on the podium with him. So my mom, yeah, he's from the hood. My mom taught him for 4 years. Nice. So I obviously would like to see the young man do well. But The NFL is brutal to second year quarterbacks, bruh. You know what I'm saying? There is brutal. You know what I'm saying? A lot of those runs and a lot of those peak out things, teams underestimated your abilities to do things. They're not gonna do that no more. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna do that at all. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna play you as if they were playing a Cam Newton. They're play you as if they were playing a young Russell Wilson. They're gonna play you like they're playing a Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? And we got to see how you. It's just like when a wide receiver, when you bust on the scene as a good wide receiver, guess what they do now? Double team. So guess what you got to be good at now? You got to be good at beating double team, or you a number two receiver, because number ones can consistently be number double team. Why? Because number ones get double teamed. You know what I'm saying? So same situation. It's gonna be more film on this offense. Deebo Samuel don't do nothing for me. You know what I'm saying? He don't do nothing for me. And so I think, and then the Giants, man, the Giants are a huge question mark, because I do believe that Nabor, I do believe he's going to be a top 5 receiver this year. And then they saying that the boy that they drafted the year before, what was the boy? Hyatt, who's ridiculously fast. You know what I'm saying? If they use him in a if they use him in a Deshaun Jackson-esque type of way where they're just using ghost routes, I'm curious to see what they do. Scatterboo, whatever, the running back, I wasn't really impressed with him at Arizona. You know what I'm saying? I mean, guys like him typically run slower in the NFL because everybody around them is faster. It's not because they're not fast. It's because everybody is fast now. You know what I'm saying? So they that type of running back typically looks slower in the NFL. So I'm curious to see what he does. But I do believe there's going to be 3 teams from the NFC East that make it to the playoffs, and I also believe that the last team that makes it that doesn't make it will probably still win like 9 games. You know what I'm saying? Because I think the Giants right now are probably. I mean, the thing that hurts about the NFC East is we play a monster of a schedule this year. All of us do. It's just a matter like the Giants, bro. If you go look at the Giants schedule, oh my God, bro. They have the hardest schedule in football. They got listen to me, in 3 weeks, man, they play the Eagles, they play somebody else, and then they play the Eagles again. Like literally, they have a monster schedule. I think they play us.
They play Kansas City Chiefs too, I think.
I think they play the Eagles, the Chiefs, then the Eagles. Like they literally, it was a 6-year-old kid making their schedule. Like they just was throwing stuff together.
Like fuck them.
Their schedule don't even make sense. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just crazy. Like what? Why would you play the Eagles, another team, then the Eagles again, like the very next week? You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I think the NFC East is going to be the division with the most wins this year for sure. I think we'll end up with the division with the most wins. You know what I'm saying?
Unless we just kill each other.
Unless we just kill it. But even then, I think when we go outside, because we'll be so good, playoffs, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be monstrous. You know what I'm saying? And I also believe there's going to be a playoff game between 2 NFC East teams.
Yeah, we play Eagles, Chiefs. This starts in end of November. Right before Thanksgiving, we play the Eagles. And then 4 days later, we got to come and play the Chiefs on Thanksgiving. And then and then we got to go play the Lions in Detroit. And then we come home, play the Vikings, and then we got the Chargers at home, and then we got to go to the Commanders.
Basically, get a break with the Chargers,
and
they might be good because they playing the Chiefs twice a year.
Hey, they got 2 good running backs. I think we should have got Amario and Hampton.
Yeah, he gonna be the rookie of the year though. That's gonna be the rookie of the year right there.
I watched his tape the other day. That dude is a beast.
And Harbaugh. Hey, Henny, did you give me your thoughts on the NFC East?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them to you real quick, and then I'll have to bounce.
Oh yeah, we all bouncing.
Yeah, man. NFC East. I think we got great teams, man. You know, when you talk about the Philadelphia Eagles, they still got Saquon. One thing that folks don't talk about, it was an anomaly that Saquon Barkley stayed healthy for 20 games. So, you know, that's something I am going to watch. I don't wish injury on anybody. It's just when you have an injury history and you have an outlier year and you stay healthy, I want to see if you actually turn the corner and you're going to be able to play an extended amount of games again, or that was the one anomaly. So I'm waiting to see that from Saquon Barkley, because I really wanted the Dallas Cowboys to pick him up, even regardless of the injury history. But I want to see if he's going to stay healthy again this year, because that's going to really define what the Philadelphia Eagles season is, for one. 2, when you talk about the New York Giants, their secondary is still very questionable. The offensive line is still very questionable, but the defensive line might be the best in the league if Abdul Carter is really who he's advertised to be. They already had Brian Burns, they had Kayvon Thibodeau. You add him, then you got Dexter Lawrence in the middle of that defense that nobody gives the proper respect to. One of the best defensive tackles in the National Football League. They got a very scary defensive line. When you talk about the Commanders, I have questions. I got a lot of questions about the Commanders. Like, they were a top rushing offense last year, but they were one of the worst rushing defenses last year. They throwing shit at the wall for corner, so they might take a step back, especially having more tape on
That's
the
what Dan
boy
Quinn
Jay
teams do too.
Daniels. Yeah, have more tape on Jane Daniels, and they play a monstrous schedule. Like, I don't think they schedule was super tough last year. They're gonna play Green Bay. They'll play us. They'll play the Chiefs. They'll play the Eagles twice, of course. Chargers, Detroit. And Detroit gonna be one of revenge after what happened in the postseason. So shit. I do agree though. Like, there gonna be 3 teams come out the NFC East. They're
For
gonna be
sure.
3 of them.
I don't think there can be 4, but
Nah, I don't think it'll be 4. But hey, I do have to vamp. Wes, I appreciate you for inviting me on to the show.
Yes,
last
sir.
week, man.
Hey,
All
everybody,
right.
I need everybody, Henny, let them know where they can find you at.
Yeah, man, it's your boy Henny the Moore reporting live from the liquor store, man. HTM Sports on YouTube, on Twitter. I ain't gonna call it X, it's Twitter, and Henny the Moore on Facebook, man. Just tap in for the win. Appreciate y'all, Ken. Nice to meet you, brother. What was your name at the bottom, my guy?
Mike.
Mike. It was a pleasure to meet
Yeah.
y'all, man. Maybe we'll be able to do this again one day. Salute to y'all.
They are a podcast. They are a podcast. You know how we do Uncut Cowboys? They have a podcast called West Texas Cowboys Report.
West Texas Cowboys Report.
Yes, sir.
I'm gonna
Follow them.
y'all, man.
You
I'ma
can
sub
follow
up to
them
y'all.
on YouTube. And I'm gonna tell you, Mike is one of those dudes. You know how like you be like, I'm supposed to do a show. Hey, I can do this because it's my family. You know, you're supposed to do a show with somebody, and then they accidentally fall asleep or just disappear for an hour. So then you call this random blogger who you think is always ready, so he never got to get ready. And you know what he tells you? Are we going in 10 minutes? I say yes. He said, all right. Next text message, he says, hey, can my boy Ken come? I said, come on. They're like that. They're those type of bloggers. You know what I mean? The breaking type of emergency. You know what I mean? They always ready. You know what I'm saying? His mic is always hot.
I'll stay ready.
All he got to do is his put it like this. His computer's always on. You dig?
Yes, sir. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, y'all check me out at West Texas Cowboys Podcast. Also, we're going to be out in Oxnard August the 5th through the 10th for the Rams week. West Coast is going to be out there. We're going to be out there with Ken and Ken Fulton Sr. Hopefully, and we'll be hanging out with Tyler Guyton's dad as well. And then, man, I was really excited the other day because Mozzie Smith followed me. So I got both of the players that got question marks that we're going to be hanging out with, Mozzie Smith and Tyler Guyton. But I'm going to be praying for them, man. I think they're going to do good this year.
And what
Yes,
Mike
indeed.
and what Mike don't know is this. Mike, we about to be or listen to me, man. Just have you a little bond money to the side because we gonna be moving and shaking. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. You know what I'm saying? If your lady get a call from the Oxnard police, just tell her to just send the money. We'll be out. We'll explain the story. You know what I'm saying? But we got the footage though. We got the footage though.
Yeah. So we'll have all the latest footage for everybody. So y'all tune in August 5th through the 10th. It's gonna be crunk for
Yes,
sure.
indeed.
Ken, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Oh yeah, West Texas Cowboy Report. Yeah, Facebook, Ken Fulton II. That's really it.
Yes, sir. And then, hey, man, I am your boy, West Coast, man. You guys already know where you can find me at anywhere on the internet. Just type in West Coast Cowboy, and I will pop up like this. And you guys already know, as I say, never look down because the stars up. Peace.